What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Hope you're all doing well out there. Anyway, today I want to do a video. I probably should have done this a long time ago. I have done a video similar probably almost 2 years ago now regarding supplies I use and methods of inspecting cards and that sort of thing. I'm not going to get into inspecting cards and all that stuff today, but what I am going to do is discuss how you should be submitting your cards to us for group submission. The group has grown recently. SGC popularity has grown recently. There's many new people either reaching out or submitting cards, and it's become apparent that many people have not ever graded a card before, and it is kind of cumbersome to try to go back and find old videos. So I figured I would go ahead and do this, and maybe it will help me and the missus as well as everybody else, the folks who are actually submitting. Kind of explain everything, give a process, answer questions, and we could just refer you to this video. So I'm going to do my best to explain this to its fullest so you can understand the process and the best way to go about submitting your cards. So first thing you're going to need is some supplies, and what I recommend, there's card sleeves, penny sleeves, however you would like to choose. You do not have to specifically use Ultra Pro, just card sleeves. If you are afraid of dinging corners, you can use thick card sleeves. And what I mean by thick, these hold cards that are like 130 point thickness, which are some relics or just thicker cardstock. You'll notice they are wider. If it'll show up on the camera. These sleeves are slightly wider, gives you more opening to put your card in. You won't ding the corner if you are not comfortable using a standard size sleeve. So I'm going to use this card right here as an example. Take your card, slide it in, okay, in the penny sleeve. Next, you're going to want to use a semi-rigid. When I say semi-rigid, most people refer to them as the common name of Card Saver. That is a brand. A lot of people have taken to use the brand name Card Saver for semi-rigid. For this instance, and to avoid confusion, you do not have to use the Card Saver specific brand. You just need to use a semi-rigid holder. Here is an example of a Card Saver. Card Saver 1. Here is a BCW. This is an Ultra Pro. Here is a Beckett Shield. And here is a Grade Saver Pro. There are other brands out there. I do not have them on hand at the moment, but there's Shells and many other brands. Out of these, if you are a new submitter and you are not comfortable with putting your cards, because they can be tight, you have to get them down in there. They can be tight if they're new. Actually, here, this is new right here. You can see they're tight. My suggestion, if you have one of these, like a Card Saver or Grade Saver Pro, BCW, slide your hand in and kind of just squeeze it on the end, okay? It'll give you an opening. You can see I can hold it there, it's wide open. Take your card, pull it open like this. Give yourself a little bit of gap. Slide the edge of your card in, okay? Then you can squeeze the end to open it up a bit. Slide your card in, and then I just kind of slide it down in there to where it's down towards the bottom, okay? I know there's been a lot with the eBay thing where cards are popping out. It looks like they're only putting them in about this far. Doesn't take much for the card to slide up out of there. If you have the card down in like that, This thing is not moving, okay? I have it upside down shaking it. It's not going anywhere. It's safe, okay? Now, if you're new and you don't feel comfortable using those, I highly suggest Beckett's Shield. They are a thicker plastic. They have like a smooth coating to them. You can literally, you don't even have to pull up there. You can just slide the card in. You can see it slid in, right? I didn't even touch the corner. It just slides in. Just slide it on down. Push it to the bottom. Again, it's safe. It's not going anywhere, okay? Reason I mention that, we get a lot of cards where these are in plastic, like team bags and stuff. Your card should not be going anywhere if you have it in the card saver properly. All right. So another thing, I know a lot of people like to, and this is your own choice. I'm giving you a suggestion. A lot of people, you like to use the little flags. Okay, I have a little post-it note here. I'm gonna replicate. They put them on the front, or they put them on the back. You know, that way it's easier to pull the card in and out or whatever. I do not recommend doing this. I don't care if it's a post-it note like this, a little tiny flag, whatever. Reason being, when you put them on there, okay, it's on the sleeve, but it's covering and touching the surface of the card. You have it in here, you stack them up, they get a lot of weight on them. They pack them tight. This then can put an indentation in the surface of your card. So, if you want better grades and you don't want surface indentions on your card, I do not recommend them. The Grade Saver Pro company has developed a penny sleeve that does have a tab on it. If you want the little flag, I would highly suggest getting some of these. I do have a way to contact the owner to get them at a better price if you are interested, but you can use these, put them in. Has a little tag on it, a little flag already built in. Okay, take your card, slide it down in there. Now it has a little tab right here to where you can pull it out. All right, just like that. So if you want the tabs, the flags, I would highly suggest these sleeves. Otherwise, I do not recommend putting them on there. Alright, so now you're that far. You got your cards inspected. You have them in your semi-rigids. You know how many cards you want to send. Let's say you got, how many we got here? 5. You got 5 cards you want to send. Okay. Take your cards. You're going to stack them just like this. Don't put anything. Don't put them in a team bag. Don't tape up the top so they don't come out. Just have it in a semi-rigid, in a penny sleeve, the card. Have it down in there. You're good to go, right? All right, take your 5 cards. Sandwich it. When I say sandwich, literally, take your cards. Make a sandwich with cardboard, okay? Then, either take a rubber band, or you can take painter's tape if you want to tape up the sides of the cardboard, whatever. But look, they're not going anywhere, okay? There's only one card in here. There's 5 card savers, but only one card. I have a 1 rubber band on this. They're not going anywhere, all right? Then you can take that, wrap it up in some bubble wrap. I got some right here, just if you want to see what I'm talking about. You can take this, okay? Actually, this is a little pouch here. If you want to, you can take this, wrap it up in some bubble wrap, you know, now it's nice and protected. If you want to throw them in a bubble mailer and you feel confident doing that way, I mean, we send cards on eBay all the time in bubble mailers. You know, 99% of the time, everything is safe. If you want to put them in a small priority box, that would be a better suggestion. You get more protection. If you want to just put them in a small cardboard box. My only suggestion is, when you're shipping, make sure the box has a little bit of room, especially if you're doing, like a stack of cards like this, make sure when you bundle it up that it's not like squeezed in the box, okay? But put it in the box, make sure it's packed real well. We all know how to package stuff to ship. Put it in the box, okay? That way if the box gets crushed or something, your cards right there aren't right on the edge. They're not going to get damaged. And you're good to go for as far as how to package. Now, let's go over here. Let's go, let's see, take this off. All right, if you're in the group, all right, real simple. How do you find upcoming submissions? How do you find how to submit? How do you find the sheets, the forms, right? Right here, top of the page, the absolute top of the page right here, featured. Upcoming submission dates. March 3rd, March 24th, April 14th. We already have the next 3 laid out for you. Okay? JSA submissions, I need all of those items the same time by March 3rd. I will be meeting with the JSA representative on March 6th. So if you have JSA items, I think we've only gotten 1 in. I know a lot of people said they had stuff to send. Please get that to us as well. If you have questions about pricing on JSA, reach out. I can help you, try to figure out how much your pricing is going to be. All right, but for the SGC subs, March 3rd, $23 a card, right? There's a little arrow right here. If you click this, okay, takes you over here. If you click on this, gives you all of the information right here. Tells you cards will be sorted into different invoices, so no duplicates, live preview. This is the last sub, so this is February 12th. Shipping to SGC, but this is a process. This is going to be the same thing every single month, every single order, outside of unless a price changes or the date. The date will change, obviously, because it'll be the next sub. But all cards must be in Card Savers. Right here, the address, 205 South Main Street, Box 1302, Culpeper, Virginia. Here is our email address, right? If you have a thicker card, and what I mean by thicker card, I meant to tell you this. If you have a thicker card, a relic, something that you don't want to mess the corners up, they are okay to be in top loaders, all right? Just a simple top loader. Make sure it's the correct size top loader. Don't put it in something too big. Don't jam it in something too small. But you can put it in a top loader. You don't need to put it in a team bag and all that stuff. You don't need to have the flags on it. Just a simple top loader. Put it with your other cards. Package it up accordingly. You can send it on. Okay? So go back over here. All right. So I'm going to go back out of this. We're going to go over here. Forms, right? Standard service. New pricing. Updated to $23. There's also a 5-day service form. That's $50 a card. 5-day turnaround. 5 card minimum. No exceptions this time. We tried it the first order. It did not go smoothly. I only ended up with 3 cards by 2 people. I had many other people that were saying they were sending. Wound up only with 3 cards from 2 people. I was sitting here waiting to send their cards out. That wasn't fair to them. It was not good. So now, going forward, 5 card minimum, no exceptions if you want a 5-day service. Okay? Let's go back over here. All right, here is the form. Right here, spreadsheet. You open this up. Okay? Bring this up. Open the form. Now, this form, you can go in here. You can type, right? Bobbles. Right there. Bam. Bobbles. Facebook name. Bobbles. Okay. Insta name. You can fill this form out. Alright? It has everything in here. This down here, this part, you don't need to mess with. Here, fill out player, year, set, card number, etc. Fill out this. We need this, all of your information up here. Your name, your Facebook name, Insta name, YouTube, your address, all of that stuff. Okay? Right here, ship to. It has the address, 205 South Main Street, Box 1302, Culpeper, Virginia. All right. Over here, payment options, money order or cashier's check made out to Brandon Edwards, or Zelle. There's the Zelle number. Okay. Once you complete this form, email it to bobblesandballcards@gmail.com, and then print the page and put it in your shipment, or write your information and have it on the inside of your package. That way, when we get your package, either have this sheet inside of it, or at least put something in there to let us know who you are. A lot of you, your Facebook names are different than your actual names. People on Instagram that reach out and just say, hey, I'm sending you cards. We don't know who you are. So when we get a package, we need to know who the package is for. It gets very confusing when we get a package in and we don't know who it's for, and we have to figure it out. And then y'all are messaging us, hey, did you get my package? Yes, what is your name? Because if you don't tell us, we don't know. Okay? So please make sure it is marked inside of the package, or include the sheet. It's very simple. If you email the sheet to us, which once you fill the sheet out, email it. But print it out. I would print 2 copies. Print one for yourself and then put one in the package. When you send it, then we have a copy and you have a copy for your records. By having a printed copy, you don't have to worry about lost emails. You don't have to worry about searching through your emails. You have a printed copy right there for your records. Tells you every order that you've sent, every card you've sent, how much you've spent. It's kind of like a receipt for you, okay? This is not just for us, it's for your records as well. Just keep that in mind. All right? Right here, shipping. This is the return shipping. Once the order is finished and the cards come back to us from SGC and we have them sorted out, all that good mess, we will package them, ship them back to you. The shipping will be collected via PayPal or Zelle. You do not have to pay by a money order for the return shipping. We can collect via PayPal. We just do not accept PayPal for the grading fees, simply because, for one, the goods and services fees add up for everybody. For two, we can't put a tracking number in PayPal. PayPal was being very weird there for a bit. We don't know what was going on, but there was people, not ours, but to avoid the situation, there was people who was having their accounts frozen. And we didn't want our account frozen. We didn't want anybody else using us account frozen. So we do not accept PayPal unless it is a special situation. We do know that some people from overseas, we have no other payment options to collect from them. So we do allow it, but the goods and services fees come into play. So just keep that in mind. We do not mind it if it's absolutely necessary, but there will be a service charge for the goods and services fees on top. We are not doing the friends and family thing. Okay, so right here, all cards will be in preview before sending, and then the reveal once returned. Right here, put how many cards you're submitting times 23 total number. Again, this part right here is not for your use. You do not put anything in there. That's for our records to show when you paid, how you paid, what box we put your cards in, what invoice you're on, what the SGC invoice order number is, and then shipping. We keep a track of how much insurance you wanted, how much your total shipping was, all of that. We have everything on file recorded within these documents for every order. So that is pretty much it. The only other thing we ask, once you have your package ready and you take it to the post office and you have a tracking number, whether you print the tracking at home or take it to the post office itself, send us your tracking number, okay? Oops. My computer's lagging now. Delete. All right. Message us. Tell us, hey, I just shipped you X number of cards. Here is my tracking number. That allows us to know Jim Bob just sent out a package. There's 12 cards coming. We need to keep an eye out on it. All cards get sent to our local post office. They are locked and secured in a P.O. box. That way, we know your cards are safe, and you know your cards are safe. Once we pick your cards up, the missus will tag everybody, or I'll tag everybody, whichever, saying, hey, we got XYZ's package. Okay, you know we have your package in hand. Once she goes to open them, when she gets into that process, she will message you. If you sent by money order, then she will confirm, all of those details. If you have not, if you're paying by Zelle, then she'll message and be like, hey, you have 20 cards at this price, and then, payment is due by X date. What else? I'm trying to think of everything, that way I can cover it all. Again, I wanted to make this video the best possible explanation of how to do everything. We get tons and tons and tons of questions. I'm trying to make this a bit easier on us as well as you. If you do not have Facebook, that is okay. You can still submit with us. You do not have to be in the Facebook group. Hit us up on Instagram. Our Instagram name is right there on the screen, at BOBBLESANDBALLCARDS. Reach out to us there. We will need an email address. That way we can email you the form. Everything else applies the same. Just fill the form out, email it back to us, and then I would highly recommend printing a copy and putting it in the box, as well as a copy for your own records. If you do not have social media at all, again, that is fine. Just hit us an email, bobblesandballcards@gmail.com. Email us, say, hey, I would like to send cards. We can email you the form. You can fill the form out, email it back to us. Again, just keep us in the know of messaging us to let us know, hey, I shipped X number of cards. Here's my tracking number. And, that way we also know which form of communication is best for you. I am in the process. It is not ready yet. I don't know when I will have it ready, but I am in the process of building a website out to try to streamline this a little bit easier for everybody. That way the form is in one centralized location, and we don't have to, remember, okay, so-and-so's on Insta, so-and-so's on email, so-and-so texts me, so-and-so is on Facebook. We don't have to know that. We don't have to remember Jim Bob's name's actually Joe Bob, There's a lot to keep track of with this. And so, again, that's why I'm doing this, trying to make everything easier. Again, if you still have questions, feel free to reach out. I tried to explain everything in this that I can think of. But yeah, hopefully this helps answer some questions. There's a lot of questions, surprisingly, about packaging. How do I package my cards? So that was a key thing I wanted to point out. If you do not have card savers and you send cards, I forgot to mention this, if you do not send your cards in card savers, there will be a 50 cents per card saver charge added to your order. Part of this is because card savers, I have to keep supply on hand. Also, it takes time. If you're, I know it may not sound like much, but if you're sending 25, 30 cards, 10 cards here, 20 there, 30 there, that all adds up of us taking time of removing your card from a top loader, putting it in a card saver. Removing from a top loader, putting it in a card saver. It's a lot of time involved with it. And then obviously cost of supplies are involved. So if you do not send your cards in card savers, it will be 50 cents a card. There are people that reach out to me about cracking slabs for them, that sort of thing. If I crack a slab for you, the cost for the card saver or whatever is included in what I charge for cracking the slab, so don't worry about that. If I forgot anything, I apologize. I think I covered all the bases, for the most part, at least to help explain some of it. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video with how to inspect your cards, what to look for, give some tips, some suggestions, some tricks. We'll see. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.